The Nexus chamber pulsed with an eerie blue light, its massive holographic display showcasing the intricate dance of countless star systems. Grand Arbiter Xylos Nethvaren, his four-armed silhouette casting long shadows across the polished obsidian floor, stared intently at the swirling galactic map. Impossible. His voice boomed through the chamber, causing the other council members to flinch. How could we have missed this? Counselor Lowenthal, her bioluminescent skin flickering with anxiety, floated closer to the display. Grand Arbiter, I assure you, our long-range sensors are infallible. The anomaly simply appeared. Xylos' secondary eyes narrowed, focusing on a pulsating red that at the edge of the Orion arm. An entire civilization, Counselor Tall. Not just a stray planet or a rogue asteroid. We're talking about a spacefaring species that has somehow eluded our notice for millennia. The chamber erupted into a cacophony of worried whispers and alarmed chirps. Species from across the known galaxy, each represented by their most esteemed diplomat, struggled to comprehend the implications of this discovery. Amidst the chaos, a quiet yet firm voice cut through the noise. Perhaps this is precisely what we've been waiting for. All eyes turned to Zephyr Quasar, the enigmatic representative of the Etherean collective. His crystalline form shimmered as he approached the central dais, each step leaving a trail of sparkling stardust. Elaborate, Quasar, Xylos demanded, his tone a mix of curiosity and suspicion. Zephyr's voice resonated with an otherworldly calm. For eons, we've sought a solution to the Omega Paradox. Our greatest minds have failed. Our most advanced civilizations have crumbled in the attempt. But here we have a species that has developed in isolation, unbound by our preconceptions, untainted by our failures. Counselor Drath Vox, his exoskeleton clicking nervously, interjected, "You can't possibly suggest we pin our hopes on some primitive species. The fate of the entire galaxy hangs in the balance." Zephyr turned, his faceted eyes reflecting the star map's glow. "And that, dear Vox, is precisely why we must consider every option, no matter how unconventional." Xylos raised a hand, silencing the room. "What do we know of these newcomers?" Lowenthal manipulated the holographic controls, zooming in on a blue-green planet. "They call themselves humans, and their homeworld is Earth. Initial scans show a Type 1 civilization on the Kardashev scale, but..." She paused, double-checking the readings. "Their technological progress is accelerating at an unprecedented rate." "Fascinating," Zephyr mused. "A species on the cusp of a great leap forward. The question is, will they be our salvation or our undoing?" Xylos' expression hardened. "We cannot afford to leave this to chance. Counselor Tall, assemble a first contact team. We need eyes on the ground. Counselor Vox, mobilize the Sentinel fleet. If these humans prove hostile, we must be prepared." As the council members rushed to carry out their orders, Zephyr remained still, his gaze fixed on the image of Earth. "Oh, brave new world," he whispered, a hint of excitement in his voice. "What wonders or horrors do you hold in the depths of space?" Unaware of the cosmic spotlight now shining upon them, humanity continued its relentless march of progress. Rockets pierced the skies, quantum computers unraveled the mysteries of the universe, and in hidden laboratories, brilliant minds teetered on the edge of discoveries that would shake the very foundations of reality. Little did they know, their next breakthrough would not only change their destiny, but rewrite the fate of an entire galaxy. The stage was set. The players were in motion. And at the center of it all, a small blue planet spun silently through the void, blissfully unaware of the crucial role it was about to play in the greatest drama the cosmos had ever witnessed. Dr. Aria Vortex's fingers danced across the holographic interface, her eyes gleaming with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The subterranean laboratory hummed with energy, the air thick with anticipation. "Mira, get your ass over here. I think we've cracked it," Aria shouted, her voice echoing off the stark white walls. Dr. Mira Novak, her wild hair defying gravity, practically teleported to Aria's side. "Holy shit, is that what I think it is?" Before them, suspended in a containment field, a tiny singularity pulsed with otherworldly energy. It was beautiful, terrifying, and utterly impossible. Aria's grin was electric. "Oh, it's exactly what you think it is. We've just rewritten the laws of physics, my friend." Myra's eyes widened. "The UN's going to have a field day with this. Do you have any idea what this means?" "It means," came a gravelly voice from behind them, "that humanity just painted a big, fat target on its back." The two scientists whirled around to face General Zeke Thorne, his scarred face a mask of concern. "Ladies, I'm afraid your little science project just got bumped up to DEFCON 1. Aria's excitement morphed into confusion. "What are you talking about, General? This is the breakthrough of the millennium. We're talking about unlimited energy, FTL travel, maybe even Dash. The end of life as we know it." Zeke cut her off. "Our deep space monitors just lit up like a Christmas tree. We've got multiple bogies entering the solar system, and they ain't looking friendly." Myra's face paled. "You can't be serious. Aliens? Here? Now?" The General's expression was grim, deadly serious. "And whatever you've cooked up here," he gestured to the contained singularity, "has got them moving fast. We're initiating Protocol Omega. You two are coming with me." As if on cue, alarms began blaring throughout the facility. Red emergency lights bathed the lab in an eerie glow. Aria's mind raced. But we need more time. The implications of this discovery dash. "We'll have to wait," Zeke barked. "Right now, we need to focus on surviving long enough to use it. Grab what you need and move out. You've got 5 minutes." As the scientists scrambled to secure their data and essential equipment, the Earth above them trembled. In orbit, the first wave of the Sentinel fleet dropped out of hyperspace, their massive silhouettes eclipsing the sun. Aboard the flagship, Grand Arbiter Xylos Nethvaren watched the blue planet grow larger on the view screen. "By the cosmic tapestry," he breathed. "They've done it. They've actually done it." Counselor Lowenthal floated at his side, her bioluminescence flickering rapidly. "The energy readings are off the charts. How could such a young species achieve this?" Xylos' secondary eyes narrowed. "It doesn't matter how. What matters is what we do next. If they harness this power, they could solve the Omega Paradox," Zephyr Quasar interjected, his crystalline form shimmering with excitement. "Or they could destroy us all." Xylos clenched his fists. "We can't take that risk. Prepare the suppression fields. We'll contain this threat, extract their knowledge, and dash." Alarms blared across the bridge. Counselor Drath Vox's exoskeleton clicked furiously as he manipulated the controls. "Impossible. They've detected us. Earth's defensive systems are activating." On the planet's surface, hidden silos burst open. Sleek, hypervelocity missiles streaked into the sky, their warheads powered by technology that shouldn't exist. General Zeke Thorne, now deep within a hardened bunker, watched the tactical displays with a mix of pride and fear. "Give 'em hell, boys," he muttered. Back in the subterranean lab, now transformed into a mobile command center, Arya and Mira worked feverishly. The contained singularity pulsed stronger, as if sensing the conflict above. "If we can just stabilize the quantum flux," Arya muttered, her fingers flying across the interface. Myra's eyes widened as new data flooded her screens. I think it's responding to the alien tech. It's like it's learning." A thunderous boom shook the facility. Dust rained from the ceiling. "Whatever you're gonna do it fast," Zeke shouted. "Our first line of defense, just buckle." In orbit, Xylos watched in disbelief as Earth's primitive missiles tore through his fleet's advanced shields. "Retreat," he bellowed. "Fall back and regroup." But before the order could be carried out, a blinding flash erupted from the planet's surface. A wave of energy, unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen, expanded outward at impossible speeds. As the wave washed over ships, planets, and stars, reality itself seemed to hiccup. For a brief, terrifying moment, the very fabric of space-time twisted. And then, as quickly as it began, it was over. In the sudden, eerie silence that followed, humanity found itself standing at a crossroads. The old rules no longer applied. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what this unpredictable species would do next. For better or worse, everything had changed, and the next move belonged to Earth. The aftermath of the quantum pulse left Earth in a state of chaotic transformation. Cities shimmered with ethereal energy. Everyday objects occasionally phased through solid matter, and people reported bursts of inexplicable knowledge flooding their minds. In the heart of this mayhem, Dr. Arya Vortex and Dr. Mira Novak found themselves at the center of a global initiative dubbed Project Prometheus. "This is insane!" Mira exclaimed, her eyes darting between multiple holographic displays. "The pulse didn't just affect our tech. It's reshaping human physiology." Arya nodded, her face a mix of excitement and concern. "Cognitive functions are off the charts. It's like we've tapped into some kind of cosmic consciousness." General Zeke Thorne burst into the room, his normally stoic face etched with urgency. "Ladies, we've got a situation. The alien fleet? They're back, and they've brought friends." The scientists exchanged worried glances. Arya spoke first, "But our defenses are useless." Zeke cut her off. "Whatever that pulse did, it fried most of our conventional weapons. We're sitting ducks unless you two can pull another miracle out of your hats." Myra's eyes suddenly lit up. "Wait, what if we don't need weapons? What if we could communicate?" Arya caught on immediately. "The cosmic consciousness. If we can harness it, amplify it, we might just be able to reason with them," Mira finished. Zeke looked skeptical. "You want to talk to the aliens trying to blow us to Kingdom Come?" "Not talk, General," Arya said, her fingers already flying over the interface. "Connect." As the scientists worked feverishly, the situation in orbit grew dire. The expanded alien fleet, led by a massive dreadnought, took up position around Earth. Aboard the flagship, Grand Arbiter Xylos Nethvaren struggled to maintain order. "Status report. What in the name of the cosmic tapestry happened down there?" Counselor Alowental's bioluminescence flickered erratically. "The energy readings are incomprehensible. It's as if the humans have tapped into the fundamental forces of the universe itself." Zephyr Quasar floated silently, his crystalline form resonating with an odd frequency. Suddenly he spoke. "We must act now, Arbiter. The humans are on the verge of ascending. If we don't intervene, they could unravel the very fabric of reality." Xylos' secondary eyes narrowed. "Prepare the planet cracker. We cannot allow dash." His words were cut short as a blinding light filled the bridge. Every screen, every console, every piece of technology pulsed with energy. And then, impossibly, a voice echoed through their minds. "We see you." Back on Earth, Arya and Mira stood at the center of a vast array of quantum processors, their eyes glowing with unearthly light. Through their enhanced consciousness, they reached out across the void, touching the minds of every being in the alien fleet. Images flooded between species, the history of Earth, the struggles of the Galactic Council, the looming threat of the Omega Paradox. In seconds, millennia of knowledge and experience were shared. Xylos staggered, overwhelmed by the influx of information. By the stars, they're not a threat. They're the key. Zephyr's crystalline form vibrated with excitement. "Don't you see? This is why they developed in isolation. The universe itself has been guiding them to this moment." As the connection faded, a new understanding dawned on both sides. The humans had unlocked a power that could reshape reality itself. A power that, if harnessed correctly, could solve the Omega Paradox and save the entire universe from entropy. But with great power came great danger. The wrong move could unravel the fabric of space-time, dooming all existence. As the alien fleet stood down, a tense peace settled over Earth. Humanity found itself thrust onto the galactic stage, holding the key to universal salvation or annihilation. Arya and Mira, their minds expanded beyond human comprehension, turned to face General Thorne. Their voices spoke in unison, carrying the weight of newfound cosmic awareness. The real work begins now. Zeke, his hardened exterior cracking for the first time, could only nod. So, what's our next move? Arya's eyes gleamed with determination. We prepare, we learn, and then we rewrite the stars. As dawn broke over a changed Earth, humanity stood at the precipice of a new era. The quantum gambit had paid off, but the game was far from over. The fate of the universe now rested in the hands of a species that, mere days ago, didn't know it wasn't alone. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what these enigmatic humans would do next. For in their next steps lay the potential for either universal harmony or cosmic oblivion. The sky above New Geneva blazed with the ethereal light of 1,000 alien ships. What was once an exclusive summit for Earth's leaders had become an unprecedented gathering of galactic proportions. Humanity's newfound cosmic awareness had reshaped the planet's geopolitical landscape overnight, unifying nations under the banner of species survival. Dr. Arya Vortex stood at the podium, her mind still reeling from the vastness of the knowledge now at her fingertips. Before her, an audience of humans and aliens alike waited with bated breath. "Fellow sentients," she began, her voice carrying an otherworldly resonance. "We stand at the crossroads of existence itself. The Omega Paradox threatens not just our galaxy, but the very fabric of reality across all dimensions." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Grand Arbiter Xylos Nethvarin leaned forward, his 4 eyes fixed intently on Arya. "But hope is not lost," Arya continued. "Through the quantum consciousness we've glimpsed a solution, a way to rewrite the fundamental laws of physics themselves." Dr. Mira Novak stepped up, her wild hair now seeming to move with unseen currents of energy. "We call it Project Cosmic Forge. By harnessing the power of our contained singularity and combining it with the collective knowledge of every species here, we believe we can create a device capable of reshaping reality at its most basic level." The audience erupted in a cacophony of excited chatter, translated through advanced AI into a symphony of hope and fear. Zephyr Quasar's crystalline form shimmered as he spoke. "This is unprecedented. The risks are immeasurable." General Zeke Thorne cut in, his gruff voice a stark contrast to the otherworldly tones around him. "One wrong move, and we could wipe out not just our universe, but all universes." Arya nodded solemnly. "Which is why we need every mind, every resource, every scrap of knowledge the galaxy has to offer. This isn't just humanity's fight. It's a battle for all existence." As the summit progressed, plans were laid out. Massive space stations would be constructed to house the Cosmic Forge. Alien technologies would be merged with Earth's quantum breakthroughs. And through it all, the contained singularity pulsed with growing power, as if aware of its crucial role. But amidst the frenetic preparation, shadows lurked. In the depths of space, beyond the reach of even the most advanced sensors, an ancient evil stirred. The Void Collective, a group of beings so old they remembered the birth of the universe itself, watched the proceedings with cold calculation. XY Lith, the Void-born Prime, its form a writhing mass of dark energy, addressed its brethren. "The humans have overreached. Their tampering threatens the grand cycle. We must intervene." Back on Earth, as the first components of the Cosmic Forge were being assembled, alarms blared across every monitoring station. "Up!" Counselor Lowenthal cried, her bioluminescence flaring in panic. "These readings. It's as if space itself is being torn apart." Arya and Mira rushed to the central command hub, their enhanced minds already processing the influx of data. What they saw chilled them to the core. Vast rifts were opening across the galaxy, spewing forth creatures of nightmare, beings of pure void, antithetical to all known life. Zeke's face was grim as he addressed the panicked assembly. "Ladies and gentlemen, it seems the universe has decided to throw us one hell of a curveball. We're under attack by the Void Collective," Zephyr Quasar whispered, his crystalline form dimming with dread. "They're not myth. They're real, and they're here to stop us." As the first waves of void creatures breached Earth's defenses, humanity found itself fighting alongside their former alien adversaries. Advanced weaponry clashed with cosmic horrors, the sky ablaze with the fury of a war beyond mortal comprehension. Arya, her mind connected to the quantum network, made a desperate decision. We need to accelerate the cosmic forge. It's our only hope. Myra's eyes widened. But it's not ready. We could dash. We don't have a choice. Arya shouted over the chaos. It's now or never. As battles raged across the planet and throughout the solar system, a small team of humans and aliens raced against time. The partially completed cosmic forge hummed with terrifying power, the fabric of reality already beginning to warp around it. Zeke, bleeding from a gash on his forehead, turned to Arya. Whatever you're gonna do it fast. We can't hold them off much longer. Arya and Mira, their minds merged with the quantum consciousness, began the final sequence. Energy crackled around them, the air itself seeming to scream as fundamental forces were twisted and reshaped. In that moment, as all of existence held its breath, humanity prepared to make its final stand. The fate of not just Earth, not just the galaxy, but all of reality hung in the balance. And as the cosmic forge reached critical mass, a blinding light engulfed everything, and the universe itself seemed to scream. The universe blinked. In that infinitesimal moment, stretched to an eternity by the warping of space-time, every possible reality collapsed and expanded simultaneously. Galaxies were born and died, civilizations rose and fell, and the very concepts of existence were rewritten. And at the epicenter of it all stood humanity. Their minds expanded beyond mortal comprehension, grasping the very threads of reality itself. As the blinding light faded, Dr. Arya Vortex found herself floating in a void that was both nothing and everything. Beside her, Dr. Mira Novak's form shimmered with cosmic energy. Did we do it? Myra's voice echoed across dimensions. Arya's response came not in words, but in pure thought, reverberating through the fabric of the new reality. We did more than that. We've become something else. Around them, the universe began to take shape. But it was a universe unlike any that had existed before. Galaxies swirled with colors beyond mortal perception. Fundamental forces danced in harmony, and the threat of heat death, the dreaded Omega Paradox, was no more. Slowly, other consciousnesses began to materialize. Grand Arbiter Xylos, Zephyr Quasar, General Zeke, and countless others, both familiar and alien, gathered in this nexus of creation. Xylos, his form now a swirling vortex of cosmic awareness, spoke first. By the eternal tapestry, what have you done? Zephyr, a being of pure crystalline thought, resonated with awe. They've done the impossible. They've rewritten the very laws of existence. Zeke, still somehow maintaining his gruff demeanor, even as a cosmic entity, grunted. Yeah, but at what cost? Are we even still? US. Arya's consciousness expanded, touching each of them. We are, and we aren't. We've transcended our former limitations. We've become the guardians of this new reality. As understanding dawned, the gathered beings began to sense the enormity of what had transpired. The Void Collective, once an unstoppable force of destruction, had been transformed. Their dark energy now served as the foundation for new forms of life, their ancient knowledge integrated into the cosmic consciousness. Myra's thoughts sparkled with excitement. Don't you see? We haven't just saved our universe. We've created a multiverse, infinite realities, all interconnected, all in perfect balance. As the newly ascended beings explored their powers, they discovered they could shape entire galaxies with a thought, create life with a whim, and traverse the multiverse at will. But with this godlike power came an immense responsibility. Arya addressed the cosmic assembly. We must be careful. Our actions now have consequences beyond imagination. We need rules, guidelines. Xylos nodded, his vortex form pulsing in agreement. A new cosmic council to oversee the multiverse and ensure balance. And so, as eons passed in the blink of an eye, the new guardians of reality set about their work. They seeded universes with life, guided the evolution of countless species, and maintained the delicate balance of the cosmic forces. But they never forgot their roots. In one particular universe, on a small blue planet circling an unremarkable yellow star, they watched as a primitive species took its first steps towards sentience. These beings, in a twist of cosmic irony, called themselves humans. Zeke, observing this new Earth, chuckled. Well, I'll be damned. We've come full circle. Aria's cosmic form shimmered with affection. They have such potential. Perhaps, one day, they too will rewrite the stars. Mira pondered. Should we interfere? Guide them? No, Arya decided. They must find their own path just as we did. But we'll be here, watching, ready to welcome them when they reach the cosmic stage. And so, as the new humanity looked up at the night sky, marveling at the twinkling stars, they remained blissfully unaware of the incredible legacy they carried. Unaware that in another reality, in another time, their species had not just reached for the stars, but had reshaped them, rewriting the very history of the cosmos. The ascended beings, once mortal, now the architects of reality, continued their eternal vigil. For in the grand tapestry of the multiverse, every thread was precious, every story significant. And the tale of how humanity rewrote galactic history would be whispered across the cosmic winds for eternity. As new civilizations rose and fell, as galaxies danced their cosmic ballet, one truth remained constant. In the face of insurmountable odds, faced with the very end of existence, humanity had not just endured. They had triumphed, and the stars themselves bore witness to their incredible journey.